Hello all. Today, through this video, let's understand the law of conservation of energy. What happens when you switch on the bulb, when a firework or a cracker is bursted, or when the shutter of dam is opened? As soon as you switch on the bulb, the electrical energy in the bulb converts to light and heat. In firework, the chemical energy converts to light, heat and sound, and when the shutter of the dam is opened, potential energy of the stored water converts to kinetic energy. So in all these cases, you can understand that energy is changing from one form to another. This conversion of energy from one form to another is known as transformation of energy. Energy transformation occurs every time around us. When you run a car, the chemical energy of the fuel is converted to kinetic energy of the car. In water cycle, there is lot of conversion of energy taking place. When water is converting from water to water vapor through sun's heat, the potential energy of water converts to kinetic energy. When it gets condensed to form a cloud, its kinetic energy converts to potential energy. During rainfall, its potential energy again converts to kinetic energy. But what about the total energy before and after transformation? Let's check it out with a simple case. Consider an object of mass 5 kg is kept on a hilltop which is of 100 meter high. So we are going to convert this case into three cases. Case 1 at 100 meter, case 2 and 3 when it is rolling down. So in the first case, let's understand what will be the total energy of the object. The total energy of the object is always the sum of the potential energy and the kinetic energy. So the potential energy here will be mgh, which is 5 into 10 into 100, 5000 joules. The kinetic energy of the object will be 0 since the object is at rest at the top of the hill now. So total energy will be potential energy plus kinetic energy, that is 5000 plus 0, which is 5000 joule. So the object is having a total energy of 5000 joules now. Now let the object start to roll down. After rolling down, it has reached at a height of 50 meter. What will be the potential energy of the object now? It will be mgh. So 5 into 10 into 50, which is 2500 joule. And what about the kinetic energy? Let's use the formula half mv square. Since we don't know the value of velocity, we are taking the help of the third equation u square plus 2gh to find the value of v. And we get that v is 1000. So the kinetic energy of the object is 2500 joules. Now, what is the total energy? Total energy is the sum of potential energy and kinetic energy of the object. So it will come to 2500 plus 2500, which is 5000 joules. Now the mass has moved a little bit further and it is now at a height of 30 meter from the ground. So what will be the potential energy of the object? The potential energy again we can calculate using the formula mgh. So potential energy is equal to 5 into 10 into 30, which is 1500 joules. In order to calculate the kinetic energy, we again go with the same method. We go for half mv square, and for v square we use the formula u square plus 2gh. Now, u is the initial velocity. Here, the initial position will be the position of the object at 50 meter. So, at that time, the object is having a velocity of 1000 meter per second, which we have found in the second case. And the distance traveled by the object here is from 50 to 30, which is 20 meter. So, on substituting all these values, you get the value of kinetic energy as 3500 joules. So, what is the total energy now? Add potential energy and kinetic energy. 1500 plus 3500, you get 5000 joules. That means in all the three cases, the total energy is not changing. It is always 5000 joules. Now, as the ball reaches to the ground, what happens? Its potential energy will become 0 and the kinetic energy will become 5000. That means at the starting point, it had all the energy in the form of potential energy, and as it came down, its energy got converted to kinetic energy. Now let's check the energy conversion in a pendulum. A pendulum, when it is pulled back and left, it starts to oscillate to and fro, and it shows a periodic motion. In a pendulum, you have three positions. The two extreme positions, that is, if you look into the figure, you can see the positions B and C are known as extreme position, and position A is called as the mean position. At the extreme position, when you have taken the bob to the extreme position, the bob now has maximum potential energy and its kinetic energy will be 0. As you leave the bob and it starts moving from one extreme position to the mean position, its potential energy decreases and its kinetic energy increases. And at the mean position, it has maximum kinetic energy and minimum potential energy. As the bob moves from the mean position to the extreme position, what happens? Its potential energy increases and kinetic energy decreases. So at the extreme positions, the bob has maximum potential energy, and at the mean position, the bob has maximum kinetic energy. So from the two examples that we have seen, we understood that whenever energy gets transformed, the total energy remains unchanged. This is what is given by the law of conservation of energy. The law states energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can be only transformed from one form to another form. And during this conversion, the total energy before and after transformation remains same. Now let's solve a problem based on the law of conservation of energy. So the question goes like this: an object of mass 70 kg is raised to a height of 10 meter above the ground. What is the potential energy? If the object is allowed to fall, find the kinetic energy when it is halfway down. So what are the given values here? It's given mass is 70 kg and height is 10 meter. So you can use the direct formula mgh to find the potential energy, and you get the value 7000 joules, 70 into 10 into 10. That means at this height, the total energy is also 7000 joules, because at this height the object is at rest and the kinetic energy is 0. When the object is halfway down, the height is 5 meter. So the potential energy at that 5 meter will be 70 into 10 into 5, 3500 joules. Now according to law of conservation of energy, we know that total energy is same at every point. So you can find the kinetic energy by subtracting the amount of potential energy from the total energy. So 7000 minus 3500 joules, which is 3500 joules. So I hope that now you understood the concept of law of conservation of energy. I'll be back with another video of class 9. So if you like the video, you can hit the like button and share the video among your friends and family, and do subscribe the channel for more videos of class 9 and 10 science.